Hello guys, welcome back to JUST Cockpit. Before we dive in, I just want to say a huge thank you for the incredible support we've seen this past week. I know 7 subscribers and almost 10,000 views may not sound like much to some, but for me, it's an amazing start. We even got our first hater. Honestly, even negative comments help with engagement, so keep them coming. Now, just to be clear, I'm not a pro player and don't pretend to be. I'm just having fun with a game I love, and I want to share that with all of you. So, without further delay, let's jump into today's race. Now that the channel is starting to grow, I want to make the videos more dynamic and creative. So in this moment thought, why not race online against real players? It's more challenging and definitely unpredictable. Let me know what you think of this format in the comments. I'll be reading all of them. Alright, the matchmaking wasn't too long, just about a minute. Now, let me remind you, this is my first time in online races, so I had no clue what was about to happen. The track selection was easy since everyone else picked the same one. I'm the rookie here, no need to go against the majority, right? But here's the first surprise. Only 20 seconds to pick our car, and no time for quick performance tweaks. I wanted to use my 3000 GT, but it wasn't equipped, so I quickly grabbed my GTR Nismo with Nitrous Genius.
2, 1.
Okay, first online race. I was nervous as hell, no idea what I'd face. The other cars didn't seem too intimidating. 2 of them were 3000 GTs, just like what I wanted to drive. That gave me a bit of confidence. First corner, nailed it. Second corner, smooth. And the third corner went a little wide, but hey, so did a few others. Let's stay focused. A few more turns, I went off the track a bit, but the game didn't penalize me. Then something really strange happened. The checkpoint ahead was bigger than usual, so I decided to take a shortcut through the dirt, thinking I'd still make it. This was a big mistake. After that, it was all downhill. Resetting the car, falling far behind. This race was already lost. But that's racing, right? Let's see what happens in the next one. In the next race, I let the room choose the track, and boom! Second surprise, only motorcycles allowed. I picked my Kawasaki Z1000, a bike I got in the battle pass. The race starts, and the other players just zoom past me, no problem. But I'm staying optimistic. They're still close, so maybe I can catch up. The first turn was wide, but no crash. The bike felt good in the corners, even though I had to brake a lot. Then, just as I'm focusing on the map, I miss a huge shortcut at the last second. And 2 of my opponents missed it too. I thought I could use that to my advantage on the next lap. But the bike still felt slow in the turns, taking them wide, just like in another race coming up. If any of you know how to take faster turns on a bike, please drop me some tips in the comments. Here comes the trickiest corner of the race for me. Every time I passed it, I touched the edge. Crossing paths with one of my opponents looked super cool though. Okay, approaching the shortcut now. This is my moment to make a comeback and save myself from finishing last. And I take the normal route. One opponent took the shortcut, while the other followed me. From here, it's history. I couldn't catch up and finished last. Lesson learned. Never miss the opportunity to take a shortcut. For the third race, I went with a car I'm more comfortable with, my Mercedes SLS-AMG. Maybe this is where we turn the game around. We started next to a Lamborghini Countach. I think this is the best street car, But our opponent seemed about as skilled as I am, so it was going to be fun. The track had a lot of sharp turns, so staying off the walls would be crucial. And what do we have here? A Crown Victoria. Please, let's not lose to that. So far, I had solid control, and our main rival wasn't putting on much of a show. I wondered, the cars are in ghost mode, but does drafting still work? Let me know in the comments if you know the answer. By now, we're almost halfway through the race and we're battling for first. I'm having a blast, feeling a bit nervous, but staying focused. A minor bump, but we're holding the lead. Another bump. The gap is closing, and I'm getting anxious. The finish is near, and this could be our win. Next checkpoint, the lead shrinks even more. Can we win this? Our opponent passes us. They're giving it everything, just like we are. And here comes that Crown Victoria, fighting for the win. By a fraction of a second, we took the win. Wow, what an incredible feeling. Let me know what you thought of this race. I need to hear your thoughts. I just realized the third place finisher was also only milliseconds behind. For the final race of the day, I got to choose hypercars. I thought, this is it, my moment. This last race is going to be legendary. I had my Bugatti Chiron Interception Edition, but then I see two opponents with Chiron 300 plus Divine Editions. And wow, that car is a beast. The race was super exciting, and I finished third. But then I looked over at my second monitor and realized I forgot to hit record. Yeah, it was a huge letdown. But you know what? Everything happens for a reason. It just means we get another chance to race again and maybe score a better result. For the next track, I decided to avoid another battle with the 300 plus Divine and picked a street race. This time, I finally got to use my 3000 GT. I love this car. It's powerful and handles corners like a dream, even though the rear slides out a bit. Let's see if it brings us luck. As soon as the race starts, we're hit with rain, making things even harder. And of course, we're racing from the cockpit view, the most intense way to race. This is going to be wild. The race begins, and we're up against our old friend, the Lamborghini Countach. We go off track a little, giving them an early advantage. Clearly, they're not backing down. The ghost cars in cockpit view are annoying. I can barely see the road, and I hit the barriers, losing some ground. But wow, the cockpit of this car is stunning. I have to admit, I love Japanese cars. What's your favorite car? Let me know in the comments. We're neck and neck. And despite some heavy crashes, we still have a chance. How do you think this will end? Either the rain or the car is making us slide a lot, causing more crashes. Post to first, we're sliding everywhere, but I pull off a great move on a sharp 90-degree turn. The opponents are right behind us. Drafting seems to be working, even in ghost mode. Side by side with the Lambo, but I crash, and they take the lead. This throws me off, and I make a series of mistakes, missing another sharp turn. We drop from first to fourth. Okay, time to refocus. We can still fight for the podium. The ghost cars are still blocking my view, and I crash a few more times. But we're back in second place, fighting hard. Coming off a ramp, I lose control and drop to third. And from here, it's history. We finished this wild race in third, but I'm happy with that. There's so much to learn and improve on. But, hey, this was just our first episode. We won 1 out of 5 races, and we fought for the podium in a few. As for bikes, I clearly have a lot to work on, and I know you guys can help me out. Let me know what you think of this new format and any tips you have. I'll be reading all your comments, and I'll see you in the next episode. Big hugs to you all. Goodbye.